Hello, everybody. It is Friday.
That it is.
What's the date?
It doesn't matter.
July 18th, 2014. How many days left till the end of the year, John?
I don't.
You're a lawyer. You're smart.
Wow.
Anyway, folks, this is Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS, and you are listening to the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John. We are on every Friday at 1 o'clock. Well, most every Friday at 1 o'clock.
Most every
and
Friday.
Usually both of us are here.
Wow.
Except for last week.
Yeah, I was off having a great time.
I show up, and you're not here. I had to scramble to get a co-host.
I was off having a good time. What do you want? I went to Seattle. It was
While the rest of us are working, trying to survive under this economy that just is stinko.
Well, yeah.
And you go out of town?
Yeah. I'm not entitled to a vacation, Doug.
I'm glad you.
I had a blast.
I'm envious that you can take
Seattle
one.
is a great town.
But the world's falling apart, and you're out having a great time.
What do you mean the world's falling apart?
Have you been looking at the news?
Well, it was a vacation. I wasn't paying too much attention to the news. I did read the Gazette and Free Classified while I was on vacation, if that's your point.
Online, right?
No, I brought it with me.
Attaboy.
I had I had my subscription forwarded to my hotel. Really? Come on, Doug. Of course I read it online. What are you whining about?
I just wondered where you were last week. That's all. It's a simple question.
I was in Seattle. I was there with some really good friends. Had some really good wine, some really good food. Saw all the sights.
And I suppose it was nice and cool there.
No, actually, it was like 85 degrees.
Well, here it was
bright
95,
sunshine.
so don't worry about us.
You're a little cranky today. Is everything all right? So what? Oh, the world is falling apart.
Yeah,
I leave for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For
you know what you remind me of? You know what you remind me of? The president.
Oh, the president.
Yeah, because you know what happened? Did you?
Yes, I'm a liberal black man.
Did you?
That is so me.
Did you know your actions remind me of his
Oh,
actions?
okay.
Did you see what he did yesterday?
No.
We got Israel, right?
Yeah, that's
invading.
That's an issue.
You know,
that's
Palestine.
An issue. Palestine
okay.
is an issue. Hamas.
You've got
missiles.
a passenger airliner getting shot out of the sky by sophisticated.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's a little scary.
And what did Mr. Obama do?
Was he on the phone with Putin?
No.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Oops.
He was partying. He went to fundraisers.
Well, he's got to raise funds, too.
Okay.
Are those funds going into the economy, Doug? I mean, think about it. Isn't it generating business?
No, it's going to get his buddies reelected.
But aren't they spending money on signs and advertising? You should be happy he was out fundraising, Doug.
You got to be kidding me.
That's all I got, man.
You got to be kidding me.
You're not buying this?
Can you believe it?
You're not buying it?
You know, since he's been in office, he's gone to over 300 and almost 350 fundraisers. Bush went to 200 his whole 2 terms.
Okay. Well,
and you don't go when there's. I'm sorry. I told my wife it's the cake call.
So you're going to not go to kindergartners when there's a crisis. Oops.
He was already there before it started, my friend.
But doesn't he have to do what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, but he
went to Texas.
You're serious, right?
No, not at all. There's a line. I'll be fair, okay? If you have a fundraiser scheduled and you've got all these people paying all this money to see you and you have a crisis that... here's the problem with both those things that you mentioned. What could he have done?
I don't think that's the point.
Then what is the point?
The point is you show your presidential, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm serious.
No, I'm saying that's the problem we have. I think.
Because that just lends itself to his not being credible when he gets on TV today and tells Putin, you better stop it or you're in trouble. Putin's laughing at him.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have that. Did you see the video where they compared him, what he said yesterday, to what Ronald Reagan said when the Korean jetliner got shot out of the sky?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, what a pair. Oh.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
There's leadership and there's leadership. Now, I'm not going to berate the president for going on and carrying on with a fundraiser. It was after the fact. There's nothing he could do. It was already scheduled. I get that.
No, I disagree because the Israeli thing was already going on.
Okay, but there's not too much you can... But when you take that in conjunction with everything else, okay, the next thing you have is going to Texas for a fundraiser. You have a crisis in Texas with immigration, and he doesn't do anything. No photo ops, no nothing.
Now, if I remember right, I'm sorry to interrupt you. He left from Texas and he went to Denver.
Was it Denver?
Yeah. I think it was, and
Denver.
that's where they showed the picture of him drinking beer and shooting pool. I have nothing against drinking beer or shooting pool, but when you refuse to go to the border to see it for yourself,
and I understand some of they came back and they said, we don't want a photo op. It's a serious event. Okay, I get that, but it doesn't give the American people confidence that their leadership is there and engaged and involved and taking care of business. And that, I think, is the biggest problem.
Right, and that ties into you. Because last week...
Wait a minute.
Last week, I was trying to take care of business, and you left. And I have a question. Why are you leaving, but so many want to come here?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I was off to have a good time.
Yeah.
And people want to come here to have a good time. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Do they?
Are we talking illegal immigration now?
Yeah, how come so many are pouring across the borders?
Why is that, a loophole
John?
In the law?
I don't know.
And what can you do about it? What can you really?
Let's just let them come in. Let's just let them pour in.
I was telling you before.
We're only $18 trillion in debt. Let's spend more money. $250 a day per kid. Give me $250 a day to live on or to support my kid. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I don't disagree with you. But I remember illegal immigration started in 1492. Remember that? And then you see the pictures of the Indian going, oh yeah, people came in and tried to won't assimilate to your way of life. Poor you. But
that's true, huh?
All right, so let's talk. Something.
All joking aside, this immigration issue is very serious,
and I sort of kind of agree. Let's get a third party because I'm not sure I agree with you. I'm not sure I disagree with you.
Plus,
yet.
we don't know what the heck we're talking about.
All right, let's take a break. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita's hometown station. We'll be right back.
Oh, sorry, I was playing my air drums.
That's all right. I'm not talking to you.
Why?
You compare me to President Obama.
No, I compared your action to...
You said I was President Obama. I'm not talking to you anymore.
And Peter, you're cracking me up. Anyway, if you do need to know, you're at the right place. It's the Gazette Radio Hour, everybody, on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM-1220 KHTS, as we try to maintain our professionalism.
It's the Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and Obama.
Anyway... Stop it. All right.
Well, before the break, we were talking about...
Yeah, you take over. You take over.
As usual. We'll call it the John and Obama show. No, before the break, we were talking about illegal immigration. And you can't say illegal immigration. It's now the migration problem or the immigration problem.
Who said that?
You can't, they're not illegal. They're undocumented. There's all kinds of different ways. But we have a special guest. We've got John Ethridge from the Santa Clarita Republican Assembly on the line. John, you there?
I sure am, yes.
Awesome. Good.
How you guys doing today?
Good. Thanks, John, for coming on.
Well, considering I was just compared to President Obama, I'm doing okay.
Oh, tell him to get over it, John.
Right, exactly. Get over it, buddy.
Wow. I'm gonna go to a fundraiser.
You'll probably see him there.
There you go. I'm always there. George Washington, whatever.
There you go. So, John, help us out a little bit. You've got something coming up Saturday, right?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning from 9 to 12 at the Valencia Boulevard I-5 overpass. And it looks like it's going to be a big thing. And all over, in fact, we're one of 300 locations all over the United States, from California to Massachusetts, from Alabama to Wyoming, wherever. Wow. It's going to be all over the place.
So what exactly is it? It's a demonstration, right?
It's a demonstration against the illegal immigration, especially the kiddie program that they're bringing in. The kiddies / whatever, teenager, pregnant, whatever. Excuse me. So we're trying to stop that. And this is the only way we think we can do it. And this happened before too, and during the Bush's terms, where we came in and we said we don't want another amnesty program. We don't want another. We want the fence. But anyway, it should be a good thing. In California, there's 41 locations that are going to from Burbank to Los Angeles. Down south, doesn't matter where it's at. There'll be 41 locations here in California. A lot of people don't know this, but there's been about 16 of these demonstrations so far. We've heard about Marietta and another one. I think it was in Arizona. But now, I mean, we're starting to do the right thing. It's starting to open up for us. So,
hey John, what exactly are you I know it might sound like a silly question, but what exactly are you demonstrating against? In other words, what actual change are you trying to affect right now at this point?
Well, what we're trying to do is first stop the illegal the kids. They call them the children. The various whatever ages they are from coming into this country. They should be shipped right back out, and they need to change some laws here so we're not encumbered with these people that are coming in. I mean, my God, we have thousands and hundreds of thousands of young, beautiful children in our own country that we're not taking care of. From Appalachia to, it doesn't matter what state you go into.
That's
we
a good
need
point.
to take care of our own children. We do not need more people here. And it's not even talking about the costs that are involved. Right now, total immigration, the cost, it's probably $350 to $400 billion. I mean, we're talking almost $500 billion in taking care of all the people who are here already, the people that are trying to come in, and all Obama can do is try to get $3.7 billion to bring lawyers down there, the same ones he's probably using for the terrorists, that kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some very wrong things, and we need to correct it. And I think if there's a large enough response from the people, and we are the majority. You know that the other day I was reading the poll, and this tied to Marietta exclusively.
Right.
This was in the Daily News, not the most, not a right-wing paper for sure.
Right.
And it said,
I would give you that one.
yeah, this is the question, should busloads of immigrants, I call them illegals, but should busloads of immigrants into Marietta be blocked? The result was 89% said yes.
Yeah.
And this is they're falsifying all these the numbers. The minorities are trying to take us over, and we are the majority. We need to get back there.
Hey, John, what do you think the motivation is? What I'm hearing is they think the motivation from the Obama administration on this is to gain favor with minority voters for the upcoming midterm elections.
I kind of, that's there. That is part of the whole thing. But, this man, we don't want to go into Obama too much because I got a lot to say about him. But, the motivation is, they will get or create new voters. And these are young people right now coming in. But, they'll bring their whole families back in, too.
Do you think that's where this is going?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll never. The only thing we can do is just like the Israelis are doing right now. They're building a fence, not a fence, fences, and it's a beautiful thing. And people should look into it a lot, or a little. They're building. It's a fence, a road, a trench, a V-shaped trench, deep trench, and then another fence. And they say that 99.9% of the people trying to get through will not get through. So there's a lot of things we can do. And then we have another problem with the air and sea visa expirations. The people who come in don't ever leave. We have so many problems. And all these can be addressed far cheaper than what we're doing now. You can you can put a man down the line every 10 feet, and they're still going to get through somehow. We need a fence.
Yeah.
And by the way, one more thing.
Hey, well, John, before you go to the one more thing, can you hang on till after the break? We want to hand it back. We got get your thoughts, because I got a couple questions on this whole issue. I need somebody to set me straight, I think.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so hang on after the break. You're listening to Gazette Radio Hour with Doug and John on AM-1220 KHTS. We'll be right back after this message.